into the thick of things here in the Lions regular season in the NFL, and so far, some glimpses of hope, but many not so great things being seen so far on the field from our Detroit Lions, who are yet to win a game this season, and someone that has traveled with them, including to their game last weekend on Sunday against former longtime Lions quarterback Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams, was Ron Crackman Crachiola, Detroit Lions superfan, who's back with us once again on the MegaCast. Crackman, thanks for being with us.
Hey, you're welcome.
Appreciate having you on. So you made the trip to LA. How was that experience for you and for the other fans traveling out there, not only to go to their new stadium out there in Los Angeles, but also to travel with this Lions team and see one of our favorites from the past many years here in Matthew Stafford?
Well, it was a great experience. I'm not a big. I tell you, I think I call that's Disneyland out there for a fact, because that's like La La Land out there in LA. Traffic's just unbelievable. The airport's packed, but it was a great time. We had a lot of Lions fans with us. We really travel well. Detroit should be very proud of all the fans that were in that stadium. And I know Matthew Stafford mentioned that too, that he really enjoys seeing all the Lions followers and the people that support him. I ran into his wife, Kelly. She seen me outside the stadium, and we talked, and great lady. But it was quite a good time, a lot of fun.
Yeah, and the Lions fans, they're arguably the most faithful of any football fans. They've stuck with this team for years, a team that has historically, at least in the Super Bowl era especially, not been a winning team. Very seldom it's a team that's contending for a playoff spot, let alone playoff wins, and yet these fans stay with them, and that's definitely something that's visible in the players. We saw some great video on social media of Matthew Stafford talking to some of the current Lions players and giving them some words of encouragement, but also a really nice quote from Kelly Stafford about her conversations with Matthew Stafford after that game, seeing all the support from the Lions fans, and Lions fans showing up in their Stafford number 9 jerseys as well. So really something that's very much appreciated by the fans, by the players of these fans who are sticking with this team through thick and thin, and that includes fans like Ron Crackman Crachiola, who's joining us right now on the MegaCast, and traveled with the team to Los Angeles last weekend for that game, a very close game against the Los Angeles Rams. And so, Crackman, you travel with the team, you go to many of these games that are on the road each year. What is your favorite location across the NFL that you've been to so far with your favorite Detroit Lions? That's a place that you enjoy, or your favorite places across the league?
Well, my favorite place is Ford Field, back home. Probably one of my favorite spots in the NFL I've been to, though, on the road, is Nashville. I think it's with the Music City. Like a lot of them like LA. It's a beautiful stadium. But when you get out of the game, there's nothing around there but traffic. You go to Nashville, you got downtown Nashville, there's the restaurants, the bars. But all around the league, Denver's a great spot. Of course, New Orleans, Tampa Bay. I mean, I've been coming up here in a few weeks. I'm heading to Pittsburgh and then also Cleveland, which I've had a lot of fun in the past on the road. I got a lot of friends out there. But, it's just being with the fans and even the opposing fans. It's amazing how many people follow us around. Like myself, when I was in LA, we was in a party store Saturday night at 1:30 in the morning buying some beer for our tailgate and some Fireball and a little vodka. But this one fella, 1:30 in the morning, Southwest LA, right? Mm-hmm. Like, we're in a bad area, and all of a sudden this little guy comes in the party store and he's like, Crackman, I can't believe it. I run into you in the party store in L.A. I need your picture. I say, hey, no problem. Holy Christ, this guy must be a mayor, run for mayor or something. But, the fans that follow me around and a lot of fellow Lions fans, it's just so heartwarming. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I've got a great fan base that really enjoys spending time with each other and is so hopeful for the future with this Lions team, which is something that's tough to do when you are a team that has yet to win a game in the regular season. And I'm sure it's especially tough for the players. And being that you are someone that is so well appreciated by the players and by the organization as one of the many great superfans for the Detroit Lions franchise, from what you've seen on the field and from any discussions you may have had with people that have come up to you at the stadium or players and discussions that you've had with the organization, where are they at right now in terms of this season? Are their spirits still high despite losing so many games consecutively, especially those heartbreakers like we saw against Minnesota a few weeks ago?
You know, that's where our new coach, Dan Campbell, comes in there. He keeps these players focused, even though we have so many on the IR. You know, we're playing with a lot of young guys. The second strings are stepping up. But each week they are ready and prepared to play football. I mean, last week they threw out all stops. You know, his goal was I seen his coaching plan was to keep Stafford off the field. And with the non-side kicks, the fake field goals, the fake punts, everything they were doing, and it was working. Hey, we was ahead in the fourth quarter. How many people would have said that? And if one pass, play here, play there, we win that game. And I ain't going to put all the blame on Goff. I think it's the players. They're young yet, and there's some blocking schemes in there, but they're busting their rear ends out there, and they're behind our coach. And it's just great to see when they come out, the spirit they have and the heart.
Yeah, it's great to see that they have some direction, too. You know this team is not stagnating at this one particular spot, or at least they won't be for very long. We all knew coming into this season, this was not going to be a very nice season for the Detroit Lions. You're probably not going to see them win all too many games, but you're hoping to see some development. You're hoping to see some buy-in and some fight from these guys. And then knowing that you can have some confidence in the front office and have some confidence in the coaching staff from that going forward, so that you know that as you're building this team and you're a few years away from being a couple of years away, that there's at least some hope there, and you're seeing some of these next generation of really impact players for the Detroit Lions emerging also and playing great football.
Yeah, it's, as a fan like myself, it tears my guts up. I'm in the game. I am in the game. It's like, I feel like, I know how the players have different things they do before games or rituals and all that. And I'm in that game, the whole game, cheering. And then when the close games, it takes the wind right out of my sails. And it's hard for me as a fan, and I can't imagine, I played sports, and it's winning. When you're not winning, it's something you just got to block out. And being a professional athlete, you got to block it out. And these guys, they get into practice, prepare, they look at film. The coach has them up. He's going to put someone in there, the next guy up. It's you want to make it in the NFL, you got a chance to play. You got to, do your thing and make that catch and make a play when you can.
And so in terms of the fan experience, I think the last time we talked to you was during the preseason. We're in the middle of the regular season now, extra week in this season as well, with the Lions playing 17 games this season, as well as the rest of the NFL, with that being a change for the 2021 season. And so going back into the stadium this year, different environment, of course, for the preseason when we had those first full fan experiences coming back. Now we're in the regular season. How is it being back there at Ford Field and being back on the road and seeing different environments across the NFL where fans are able to be back in the stands in mostly full capacity in almost every place?
It's fantastic. I can't tell you, when I walked, even a preseason of, walking in that stadium, it was like, the first day was a young man at Christmas time, coming down the hallway, and there's that Christmas tree and the presents. It's like, wow, and like walking in Ford Field again, and the fans. Each week the city is like, this Sunday it'd be Halloween. It'd be packed. I know it's going to be exciting. I believe we could beat Philadelphia. We got first win for Mr. Campbell, our coach. And that first win could do a lot. All it takes is that win, and then they get that they believe and just get the steam rolling going. Hey, it's still early season. It ain't over yet. We can still bust some wins out here.
Yeah, we can still have a nice season, have a nice showing, get those wins. And I really think with this team that the more consecutive games that you lose, and especially if you keep losing them in heartbreaking fashion like we've seen several times in those last few weeks, the easier it gets to get down on yourself and get into a drought. But I think with this team, where we'll see the biggest change is what happens the next week after they get that first win. If it's this weekend, and I'd be interested to see a week from then, how do they bounce back from a win, and how does that change the direction we're seeing from this Lions team? I think they're really close to being able to pick one of those wins up, and I'd be really interested to see how they continue on after they break the seal on this thing and start winning some football games.
Oh, that's definitely correct there. And the coach knows, like, we don't really have a good downfield threat. I mean, probably the best receiver out there right now we got is Hogginson. We got these young players. I mean, they're quick, they're fast, but they're learning get chemistry with Goff. And you see a couple plays there where they show some promise. But that's when you get that downfield threat. I mean, you can see the difference right now watching that game last week. When Matthew Stafford was here, half the time he was running for his life. And now he's got a front line, he's got protection, and he sits back there and he can just, pick people apart. He's a great quarterback. And I don't see why Goff, I think down the line would probably be draft a quarterback, I'm sure. But Goff's got the arm, he's got the talent, and all we need is a little protection. Some of these guys step up and get that ball in the end zone.
We're joined by Ron Crackman Crachiola, Detroit Lions Superfan, with us on the MegaCast. Crackman, thank you for joining us today, and good luck the rest of the season as the Lions try to pick up that first win, have a nice showing this season, and hopefully a very bright future ahead as well.
Oh, yeah, we'll get it. Hey, shall it be said, shall it be written? Down the field and gain a Lion victory! Go Lions! We love you, baby! And happy Halloween to you all out there. And Philadelphia's going down.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Go Lions, and thanks for joining us, Crackman.
Godspeed.